Alright, so here's the view from my 11th story apartment in Scarborough here. And lately I've been feeling a little antsy and wanted to get out of the city. I don't know if you can hear the noise from all the traffic down there, or from the fire station across the street, or the construction below. But I've been feeling pretty antsy and wanted to get out, so I've decided to do into backpacking. For those of you who watch my geocaching videos, I've already done lots of hiking, and I've done day hikes all over the world. I've hiked in Kenya, and I've hiked in Nicaragua especially. Those are some pretty big places. And so I'm pretty used to outdoor stuff like that. So I've decided I want to get into some backpacking. I've never gone on an overnight trip before. If I've done hiking, I've always hiked in and hiked out. Maybe hiked in, had a little campfire and came out, but I've never done an overnight trip. So I'm going to do that, and I've kind of been inspired by Crockett and Nut and Fancy, watching their backpacking videos. And they both did videos where they went over what they were bringing in their kit. So I'm going to try to take 10 minutes here and go over what's going to be in my backpacking kit for my first trip. My first backpacking trip is going to be to Algonquin Provincial Park, which is a couple hours north of here. And it's actually only for one night. And I know to some of you that's pretty soft, but I've never done backpacking overnight before, so I figured I'll give it a shot for one night and see how that is. I tried to get some people to go with me, but I'm tired of waiting on other people to decide if they want to go or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and go on my own, which I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I'm pretty knowledgeable about wilderness navigation and wilderness survival, so I think I'll be okay. My stuff isn't that great. It's not the most expensive of equipment. I know some people talk about having like $60 sleeping bags and $100 backpacks, and that I don't have, but I'll go over some of the stuff that I do have. We'll start with my pack. This is my pack here that I'm going to be putting all this stuff in. I don't really know much about it. So far I like it a lot. It has good placed pockets. It's Aero Mountaineering. I don't know anything about that, but it seems to be a pretty good backpack, so I'll give you a report on that later. Over here, we'll start with, I have my camp stove here, and for those of you who watch the geocaching videos, this is the stove I used to boil coffee in the forest one time. It didn't work too well, but we just built a little fire underneath it instead of using the fuel tablets, and that's okay. It has fuel tablets in it right now, and I'm going to try to use those. If not, I'll just build a little fire underneath again. I'm not too concerned. Then I have my mess kit. It's your pretty standard. Has a little frying pan in here, has a little pot in here as well. A little cup that I probably won't use, but it does have measurements on it. Will be good for measuring. And other backpackers in their videos talk about meeting other backpackers in the trail and offering them a cup of coffee or something. So I'll take the other cup anyways, just in case I want to do that. And then I have my little cutlery set here. I am also taking this cup here. This will be my coffee cup, and this one is much better than the one that's in there. And it will just clip right on to my backpack there with this carabiner here. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And then for water, I have a military canteen. It's pretty good. I like this canteen a lot. I got it for day hikes that I was doing in Africa, and so it's pretty good. Inside here is a canteen tin cup, and it's good. It can be used as a pot. You can boil water in it. You could use it as a bowl and make soup in it. It's pretty awesome, and so I'm going to take that with me as an extra little thing. And then in this pouch here is my water purification tablets. And those, I like these because the canteen, a military canteen, is exactly 1 liter. And these here are, each tablet purifies 1 liter of water, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I'll take that with me. For food, I tried to get some Mountain House food, but I went into Bass Pro Shop and there wasn't any there. So this is the same idea, I guess. It's Harvest Food Works, and I don't know if you've seen any of this or any of you have tried any of it, but I'll let you know if it's any good. And those will be for my meals. This is some granola. It's going to be for my breakfast on the morning of, and it's pretty good. My wife makes it. It has some dried cranberries and some almonds in it, some honey. It's pretty good. And then this is coffee. For those of you who watch my geocaching videos know I love coffee, so I have to have some coffee in the forest, and I'm going to take a little bottle of milk with me as well. And then I have these things, some beef jerky and some granola bars for little snacks on the trail, and they'll be good. And so that if I get hungry while I'm walking, I don't have to dig through my backpack or anything. They'll just be on me and ready. Then I have my binoculars that I'll wear on me as well around my neck and for watching wildlife or whatever. And then this is my knife set. I said everything's kind of cheap. I guess I wasn't thinking about this. This is a USMC K-bar, and these, I kind of have a thing for knives. I like knives a lot, so I actually have a couple of them. This is only 3 of them, but this here, I don't know what it would be in the States, but in Canada, they usually go for between 120 to 160 bucks. I did not pay that for this one, but these are really, really good knives. If you want a good survival knife, this is a great one. And it was on for 160 where I was, but they put it on sale, and after it being on sale, I was able to negotiate the price even further down, so I got it pretty cheap, and so I grabbed that when I saw it because they're great. They're great knives. Then I have this knife here. It was in Canadian Tire as 40 bucks, I think is what it was. Yeah, $39.99 is what they were selling it for. And there's no way I could ever buy a knife for 40 bucks. But then a week later, I got a flyer that a Canadian Tire nearby had just done some renovations and was doing a big reopening, huge sale. It was up to 70% off some things, and this was actually in there for $6.99. So I went down and grabbed it quick. This is a knife that I really love. It's kind of old now. I had it for when I was hiking in Africa. I bought it just before I went, and it's a pretty good little fold knife, and I like it a lot, so I'm going to take it with me because I guess it has some sentimental value. Then as well, I'm going to take this fishing kit here. I'm going to try to attach my fishing rod to my backpack. Hopefully it'll all work out, and I can try to catch some fish on the morning of for my lunch that day. And I was on a camping trip not too long ago, just doing some car camping, and used this for some bass that we caught, and so I'm going to take the rest of it here and use it for any fish that I happen to catch. If I don't catch anything, that's okay too, but hopefully I can get something good and fillet it up, and that stuff is delicious. For lighting, this is my lighting kit. This is a headlamp. It was bought for $1 at some Chinese store, and a friend of mine bought it, and it's actually broken, so he gave it to me for free, so I'm going to take it with me just so I have a headlamp. And then I have a solar-powered crank flashlight as well. Then the other bit of lighting I have, this is pretty good. I love this thing. It's a lantern, and it's also crank-powered, and it's solar-powered as well. And if I really want to, I can put some batteries in it. And not only being a lantern, it has a little flashlight torch thing here, and it has a radio. So this is awesome. I really like this thing here. And most of my stuff doesn't need batteries. I don't want to have to worry about batteries when I'm out there, so pretty much everything I got, other than my handheld GPS and this headlamp here, everything is solar powered or crank powered because I don't want to deal with batteries. Then I have my fire lighting kit. I have a flint in here, which I'm pretty good at using, but in case I fail at it, I'm gonna use some matches that I got in a waterproof container here. They're just strike anywhere matches, and there's some little timber stuff in here to get it going. Then I have some glow sticks for a little extra lighting. I'm also bringing a roll of duct tape to make any repairs that I'll need. I have my trowel here to dig any holes, and rope to hang my backpack, or if I need to make shelter out of my tarp or something for some reason, or hang clothes, I can use my rope. And I have a bear bell to alert any animals of my presence in the forest, so hopefully they'll leave me alone. And then my Bible here I'm also taking with me. For those of you watching my videos know that I'm also a youth pastor, so that's pretty important to me. I'll probably take another book with me to read, but I don't know. At least I'll have this for some good reading material. Then I have my map here of Algonquin, and I can see my entry point. It's open so that I can see my entry point, where I'm camping, nearby lakes, where I'm going to pick up my permit and things like that. And it's in a waterproof case here so that I can just pull it out of my bag and reference it when I need to. I know Crockett did this on his video as well, but I didn't get the idea from him. I actually got the idea from geocaching. For those of you who saw some of my other geocaching videos, especially the Rouge Park one, you'll notice that I did this with our map as well. And then in the back, this white thing here is actually my confirmation of my reservation for my campsite, so I can pick up my permit. And then underneath it here is a red notebook and a pen to write down any thoughts I might have while I'm out there. Then I got a general first aid kit. It's just $8 from Walmart. I'm going to take that with me. And I supplemented it with a few things, put some extra stuff in there. And then I put in a triangular bandage as well as eye dressing packets and some polysporin to take with me. Then I got my hygiene kit. I got a face cloth in here, some toilet paper, my toothbrush is in there, there's some toothpaste, and there's some camp soap in there to help keep myself all clean. And then I have this little thing, a rope, and it's not really good for anything. It was $2 when I bought my freeze-dried food. I saw this there for $2, and so I grabbed it, and it's not good for anything, but hopefully I can practice some knots and stuff while I'm out in the forest, just to give me something to do, I guess. And then this, for those of you who watch the geocaching videos, see me take this with me pretty much everywhere, and it's great. Inside it is a mini survival kit. If I go hiking away from my base camp, I'll take this with me as a compass. It'll have a copy of my map. It'll have some extra food in it, some matches, another flint and steel. It has an emergency rain poncho and an emergency blanket. And I'll take that with me for anything I might need in that. If I get lost or whatever, I'll be able to at least survive and not have to worry too much about stuff. On to clothes. To try to make this go a bit quicker. I do have a couple pairs of pants, but I'm only going to take one. I don't think I need more than one. I think I'll be fine. If I have to, I'll wash stuff out there. But I've decided, I know some people have zip-off fancy hiking pants, things like that. I don't have any of those, and I'm not going to buy any new pants for this trip. I'm going to go with, these are just woodland camo BDU pants. The other pants I had were khaki BDU pants, but I'm not going to take the other pair, but I'm going with these because their BDU pants are heavy duty, they're tough, they won't wear out quick, and they can take quite a beating. And these I've already taken on a number of hikes through Kenya, and so I know that these are reliable. I know I'm comfortable in these, and they're great, so I'm going to take those. And then I have my hat here as well to keep the sun off the top of my head. And then this little coat here I also had. You see me wearing these in my geocaching videos a lot. In that jacket, it's mostly waterproof and it gives good air circulation, and it just adds an extra layer if it gets chilly, and it's pretty great, and I like it a lot. And then this is a black t-shirt that I'll wear, and that will be everything that I wear into the field, as well as a thin pair of socks and a thick pair of socks. And then I have two other t-shirts, a sleeveless t-shirt as well as a standard issue, military issue foliage green t-shirt that I'll be wearing with if I want to change my shirt or whatever. I am taking this pair of shorts here. These are some swim shorts. I probably won't do any swimming, but if it does get up to 25 degrees, then I might go swimming. It's pretty late. It's October now, so it's pretty cold. But if it gets up to 25 degrees, I might be able to take a dip in a lake or something. I guess for our American friends, that would be a little under 80 degrees Fahrenheit, between 77 and 80 degrees, somewhere between there. And then I'm taking a long sleeve thermal shirt. It would at least definitely help keep me warm while I'm sleeping. And then some long underwear here for at night when it gets cold if I need it. And then just some extra boxers and a beater that I'll take with me. Then I have my thin socks and my thick socks to wear to keep hopefully not get too many blisters or anything like that. Then I have a long sleeve fleece here that I'll wear to help keep me warm at night. Then I have work gloves, a rain poncho. I know from those who watch my videos, I don't really care much about rain. My last 3 geocaching videos have been in the rain, but that's okay. I'll still take that because if I'm going overnight, it'd be a long time to be wet. I don't want to get sick, so I'll at least use that, and that will cover also my backpack as well, so it's pretty good. And then I have my toque here. I guess our American friends would call it a beanie, but my toque to help keep my head warm, and it's reversible, and the inside is bright orange. If I get lost and want to be found very easy, then that will be very visible. Here's my shelter. This is just a cheap $20 tent from Canadian Tire, and I'm actually borrowing it from a friend. And I set it up to make sure that it was actually big enough to fit me, and it actually is, so that's good. I was worried it was really, really tiny because it's a lot smaller than the 3-person tent that I was going to carry in myself. So that's good. Then I have a tarp to put under my tent, and I don't know why people put tarps under their tent. I don't know if it's more insulation or whatever, but I see Crockett and Nut and Fancy and there's a few other people that I saw put tarps under their tents for sleeping. And I don't know why. So if you know why, do you want to comment in the comments below and let me know why backpackers put a tarp under their tent? It's also good to have the tarp anyways, because if something happens and I need to use it to make shelter, that'd be great. So I don't mind taking it. I just don't know why you put a tarp underneath your tent, because the bottom of the tent seems like the same material. But anyways, then I have a couple bungee cords. This is actually only one. I don't know where the other one is. It's around here somewhere, but I'll find it later. And this will be for anything that I might need it for. I have my sleeping bag. I don't know what brand it is. Ozark Track, something like that. Oh, Ozark Trail. And it's a backpacker. I just bought it for like 15 bucks at Walmart and thought it would be good. And it's supposed to be good for down to 7 degrees Celsius, which is, I guess, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's how good, that's how far it'll go. And it's October, so I doubt it will get much colder than that, but that's probably about the temperature it'll go. So that's my kit. That is what I'm taking on my one-night adventure. And I know it's more than I need, especially the food. The food is probably more than I need. But if I get lost or something happens, I'm going to want to be able to eat while I wait for search and rescue to find me. So it's good to have extra food. My survival kit also has extra food there. This is what I'm taking. If you have any comments or any tips or anything like that, as I say, I'm not much of an overnight backpacker, but I do think I have a pretty good kit for my first backpacking trip. If you have any suggestions or tips, let me know. A lot of it is based off of what I see other people putting in their kits, although some of it is cheap alternatives to it, except for the Care Bar. The Care Bar is a pretty good one. I'm pretty pleased with that. And my lantern. My lantern's also pretty good. So if anyone has any thoughts, let me know. This is Samson028. Thanks for watching.